Hello my dear students, welcome to my SST class. We are doing the chapter 8 devotional paths to the divine from the history. In previous classes, we have discussed about the idea of a supreme god, Nayanaras Alvaras, philosophy and bhakti, Vasvanas Virashavam, the saints of Maharashtra, Nathpanthi, Siddhas and yogis. Today, we will discuss about Islam and Sufism, new religious movement in the north, Kabir and BabaGuru Nanak. So let's start with the first topic for today's class, and that is Islam and Sufism. Sufis were Muslim mystics who rejected hypocrisy in religion and emphasized love and devotion to God and compassion for fellow human beings. They advocate some methods, just like devotion to God, union with God, just like a lover, compassion towards all fellow human beings. Muslim scholars developed a holy law called Shariat, which the Sufis rejected because they wanted union with God, just like Sufis composed expressive poems and music. They also composed some rich prose. Prose means writing or language that included fables. Fables means short story that teaches some moral. And anecdotes. Anecdotes means story about real person. Okay. The idea of Sufis. Great Sufi saints include Ghazali, Rumi and Sadi, who believed that the heart can be trained to look at the world with a different perspective. Methods of Sufis. For implementing their ideas and beliefs, they developed elaborate methods of training using zikr. Zikr means chanting of a name or sacred formula. Contemplation means study. Sama means singing. Raksh means dancing. Discussion of parables. Parables means short story. And this training were developed under the guidance of a master or peer. This led to the emergence of silsilas, a genealogy of Sufi teachers, each following a slightly different method of instruction and ritual practice. Sufis in Hindustan. 11th century onwards, many Sufis from Central Asia settled in Hindustan. The establishment of Delhi Sultanate strengthened the process when major Sufi centers developed all over the subcontinent. One of the most influential orders was the Chishti Silsila. It had a long line of teachers like Khaja Muhyiddin Chishti, Ajmer region, Kutubuddin Bakhtiyar Khaki and Khaja Nijamuddin Aulia, Delhi region, Baba Farid, Punjab region, Bandwa Nawaz Gishu Darwaja, Gulbarga. Okay, so Sufi masters held assemblies in their khanqahs or the hospice where all kinds of devotees came to discuss spiritual matters, solve their worldly problems or attend music and dance session. People mostly associated Sufis with magical powers, so their tombs or dargah became places of pilgrims for people of all ages and caste to visit and pay their respect. Our next topic is the new religious movement in North. Many different kinds of movements influence each other in North India, and people from different religion and caste thrown to holy places to listen to preached of new religions. People such as Kabir and Guru Nanak rejected all orthodox religion. Orthodox means very conservative. But people such as Tulsidas and Surdas accepted the existing beliefs and made them accessible to all. Tulsidas accepted God in the form of Rama and composed the Ramcharitmanas in Awadhi. This work is important both as a religious book and a literary work. Surdas was a devotee of Krishna and he expresses his devotion with compositions such as the Sur Sangara, Sur Sarvali and Sahitya Lahari. Shankaradeva of Assam was a devotee of Vishnu, composed poem and plays in Assamese, and set up namghars or houses of recitation and prayers. Mirabai was a Rajput princess married into a royal family of Mewar before she became a disciple of Ravidas, who was a saint from a untouchable caste. She was a devotee of Krishna and composed many bhajans which became very popular among the people of Rajasthan and Gujarat. Our next topic is Kabir. Kabir was brought up in a family of Muslim Julas. Julas means weavers in the city of Banaras. He wrote many verses called the Sakhis and the Pads, which were sung by the wandering bhajan singers. Many of his writings were later compiled in Guru Granth Sahib, Panchvani and Vijak. Kabir teachings rejected major religious tradition and ridiculed external worship in the Brahmanism and Islam, the special position of the priestly class and the caste system. He mostly wrote in Hindi, but he also used a cryptic means hidden language sometimes. He believed in a formless supreme God and preached that the only path to the salvation was through bhakti. Let's move to the last topic for today's class as well as this chapter, and that is Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak was born in the Talwandi, but he travelled for years before he found the Dera Baba Nanak in Kartarpur. Irrespective of their creed or caste, his followers are together in common kitchens known as a langar, and the sacred places temple he created for worship and meditation was called a dharmasal, or we can say the Gurudwara. Before he died in 1539, he appointed a follower called Lena, known as Guru Angad, as his successor. Guru Angad compiled the work of Guru Nanak and added to its own script known as Gurumukhi. The next three Gurus also wrote under Nanak's name, and their work was compiled by Guru Arjan in 1604. Works of the Sheikh Farid, Sant Kabir, Bhagat Namdev and Guru Tegh Bahadur were also added to this compilation. Compilation means a series of something. Finally, in 1706, Guru Gobind Singh authenticated the compilation and created the Guru Granth Sahib. Guru Nanak's followers increased in the 16th century as people from all castes and occupations joined the community. By the 17th century, the town of Ramdaspur developed around a Gurudwara called the Harmandir Sahib and became a self-governing society. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan saw them as a potential threat, and in 1606 he ordered the execution means murder of Guru Arjan. By the 17th century, Guru Gobind Singh organized the Khalsa movement, and the community of the Sikhs became a political organization called the Khalsa Panth. Guru Nanak emphasized the worship of one God and insisted that caste, creed and gender were irrelevant to attaining salvation. According to him, pursuit of an active life, pursuit means to achieve something, so pursuit of an active life would liberate humans, and he also used the terms Nam Dan and Isnan to mean right worship, welfare and the purity of conduct. His ideas today are called Nam Japa, Kirat Karna and Bandh Chakna, which mean right belief and worship, honest living and helping others. So my dear children, just to finish this chapter, I think the concept of this chapter almost clear to you. But we have to do some keywords also, and these are hagiography, writing of saints' lives, hospice, house of rest for travelers, especially one kept by religious order, Awadhi, a language used in eastern Uttar Pradesh, Abhang, it is a Marathi devotional hymn, Namghar, they are houses of the recitation and prayers, a practice that continues even. Guru Granth Sahib is the holy scripture of the Sikh. So dear children, that's the end. We will meet in our next class. Till now, bye, take care and happy learning.